Today, it's the National Football League. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Green Bay Packers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Flush to his right. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, it's Green. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Steps away to his left, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers, on just 2 plays, have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Williams. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out. They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Right back to him on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw is Marino. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Miami set to take over. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Nifty move. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Don't do us like that.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets it off to Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now Marino on first down. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Marino off of play action. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Now, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
7 yards to pick up there.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Clark.
7 yards to pick up there.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 3.
Here's Marino. There's Clark. He's got him again. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First down now, but that clock rolling. Marino sets up. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Marino. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3rd and goal, Marino. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Vikings who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there. From there, we'll head to Washington to check out the football team at home at FedEx Field. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Cam Akers, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Stephon Diggs leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
With the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On third down, Marino over the middle, complete. That's Clark. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Caught outright by Patton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll throw on first down with Marino.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On the ground, this is Williams. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Marino will throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, but as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Marino. Another catch there for Waddle.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Here's Marino. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 18.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Green. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got his man, it's Eifert. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now it's Rodgers. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Thomas, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So that one will be accepted. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that's going to push him back half the distance. the counter. Here's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing here, Marino. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. On second down now, it's Williams. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And they take a knee. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quentin Williams in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. We saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Dolphins, it's just their second win here in 11 tries this season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for Charles Davis...